Okay, testing. Test, test. Oh, hi. Alright. It's a little weird doing it on YouTube. At least we got it working. I looked it up, and it's a common issue on Google that other people are having it, so I don't really know. I'm doing okay. So I ran through Bitter Black real quick, got to level 10, got a Moonbeam Gen and 100 bottles of spring water, and then I reset on hard, and I'm gonna be leveling up as a fighter for a little bit. This is actually the first time I've ever done this, so I don't really know what I'm doing.
Mine, I can...
Yeah, I've never killed him without a magic archer, so... Like, there's this way to do it where you get death into the sewer area right before Damien, and you just ricochet arrow off the walls until he dies. And it's like the safest death kill I've ever seen. But that's the only legitimate way I've ever seen him killed other than blast arrows, and I can't get that to work. So you're on the PlayStation, right? If you wanted, we could have you join party chat so you could talk back to me.
Ah, the venerable Arisen returns.
Well, madam.
Business is better at court, but what can I do you for? You seem tired, cousin. So be it.
Oh, okay. Whatever you want to do. I have my computer set up with the stream so I can see chat, and so we don't have that voice modulator thing that you got going on in your stream.
have my use. I would. I ask you. Is
Alright. Rook needs to go away. Alright, we're tackling Bitter Black with nothing but a rusty sword. This should be fun. Because we're gonna kill everything.
So, are you watching him too?
No, I'm just watching myself. I see his chat.
Heed these words, all who enter this place. Do not think.
Oops, I missed.
Set one foot in front of the other and my precious love. Keep swinging.
Alright, what's in here? Alright, sounds good. Let's see. You still gonna, oops, try to kill Death again? Yeah, we're not going to try to kill Death on level 11. That sounds like a horrible idea. So we're just gonna run back here and then loop around and he'll despawn. You know, when I don't have armor on, I keep pulling these throw blasts out of my ass. It's kind of funny. Well, that didn't work. Alright, so this chest here has the silver chest plate in it. Which is basically just a metal bikini top. Yeah, I do. It doesn't work with throw blasts, and I don't like to put the grimoire on it. I like to get the potent stuff. But I started over, so I haven't set it up yet because I've only been playing for like 20 minutes on this save file. I ended up messing up when I was watching your stream. I accidentally got my pawn on a fighter at level 4 instead of level 10, and well, honestly it would have been fine, but I just started over just cuz. And I didn't think of it at the time. Although that did make me lose my 150 some odd rift crystals that was going on. Alright, so what do I want to do? Let's just go over here. Oh, actually, we're kind of low on supplies.
Something up now. Will you have a look? What'll it be?
We got 3. That's not good enough. I'm not worried about it. 150 is not that bad.
What'll it be?
And,
No doubt.
you know, I know it's 150,000, but, you know, like, I'll make it up. It's not a big deal. Let's see. My plan is I am going to take both my pawn and my arisen to level 48 as a fighter. So I got a bit of a cushion here.
None of it matters now. None of it. Pray, leave me to sleep in peace.
Yeah, we don't care about shackles. Don't need to waste our throw blasts on these guys because they are easy to just throw off a cliff. There we go. Just got to get them in that stupor stance. Hudsput sauce is useful. Over here's 2 more zombies. If we hurry, they don't get up. Now, this door has 3 chests in it, and this door has 2 chests. And I don't care about any of the loot, but I like to open this door and this chest because it summons 2 mages over here. And I fucked up.
None of it matters now. None of it. Pray, leave me to sleep in peace.
Well, that was fun. Oh my gosh.
None of it matters now. None of it. Pray.
Yeah? Like
leave
what?
me to sleep in peace.
What is worth paying attention to? This guy's annoying me. Yeah, this time we're just gonna try not to mess that up, because that was embarrassing. I died twice for no reason. Alright, we're gonna save this time just in case I mess up again. And we'll open that chest. The mages will spawn. We'll run around here. This time I will not attack them, but I'll just grab them and throw. And where'd the other one go? Okay, well, he's gone. Grab a throw blast, because this guy, he's really hard. And I missed. But he dies to one throw blast. It's crazy. These things are, like, way overpowered. Secret softeners, some hearts, but I don't care about any of this stuff. Alright, so this fight could go badly as well, so we'll just save again so that we don't have to deal with that again if I mess up. I'm not going to mess up, though. Alright, so to fight this, we use the environment. We use these kegs because, you know, they like having a free throw blast. And they're all over the place. Oops. I did mess up. I messed up a lot. I was supposed to hit him every time and knock him down, but he kept moving for some reason.
I can bear to see no more death. I grow very tired.
Okay, he's not after me. Oh, man. It turns out Bitter Black Island, except for the big giant bosses, can all be done by using tools in the environment. Let's just finish this guy off. There we go. Killed him. Alright, and since we're starting over a bunch of times, we can actually grab these Macro Gray sculptures, and we can get 10 of them fairly early on, and get access to this really good belt for warrior type classes. It makes it to where you knock enemies down more often. And the neat thing is that when the quest completes, the sculptures don't go away. So every time you restart, you can complete that quest again and get the experience. And it's not like it's a big deal or anything, but it adds up a little. dead. And the rusted sword is not gonna do it. Will this work? This one might work. Oh yeah, that worked. So I've gone from level 10 to level 17 fairly quickly just by doing this. Now up here is a chest, and I didn't know about this one for a long time, but there's usually a lift stone in it. Foreign waist guard. Yeah, we're just gonna run. Alright. Now, the only thing that poses a danger in here, unless I mess up, is the gargoyle. Everything else is pretty easy.
I had hoped to leave this life held in your strong arms. Farewell.
Gotta wait here. Gargoyle down. Now the mage is coming back, but we can come up here and it should be fine. Because then he has to come up there and he'll start casting. That is. Huh. He's not acting like I was expecting him. Huh. Yeah, we're gonna ignore him now. Alright, since I'm a fighter, I cannot access the mage over there, so I gotta be careful. This is always a novelty level 3. And I died. Honestly, I should have probably rift stoned out.
My beloved, I had hoped to leave this life held in your strong arms. Farewell.
So what are you up to?
My beloved, I had hoped to leave this life held in your strong arms. Farewell.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? I've gotten this far, and like my equipment is literally the starting rusted sword at the moment. I'm not wearing any other armor. I have new armor. And I got this Ring of Perseverance from my previous run, which, you know, is 50% more discipline points. And I was on level 10 when I came in here, and now we're on 18, so making short work of Bitter Black. Watch out for the fireballs this time, and we want to get out of here. Now, that cage right there has 800 rift crystals, and I'm like, wanting to get it. Where did this guy come from? I think that was the bad mage that I didn't want to deal with. Awesome. And the nice thing about Throw Blast is you can get as many as you want right at the beginning of the game. Dark Arisen came with some equipment items that you get in your vault right at the beginning of the game if you're the account owner. And one of those items is a monocle, and you can take it out and sell it at the vendor for an easy 300,000 right at the start of a brand new game. And then you can take that 300,000 and buy your healing items, throw blasts, whatever you want. Now this thing here has a Bitter Black weapon, level 1, and a Bitter Black armor, level 1, and a Hinterland skirt or something. I don't remember. And then the other chest has a chance for an all mace. So she's getting that now, and it's a waist guard. So I don't actually want a waist guard, so what I'll do is I'll open this chest and just stand here. Because at the moment, I think I'd prefer to get some weapons. So she's going to open it again. Okay, weapon. Great. Now this chest over here has a chance to have an all mace in it. I already have one though, so I don't care. If I hug this wall, those leeches won't come out. So I can come and get these rift crystals freely. And pawns won't actually trigger the leeches to come out, so I don't have to worry about where she steps, just where I step. So she could open that chest and potentially grab an all mace for me. And I'd be okay with an all mace because it sells for like 100 grand. Come on. Come on. Go do it. She's not going to do it. I don't really care enough. Now, before I leave, I like to come down here because there's more rift crystals. And it's pretty safe. This has a bunch of novelties in it, and occasionally a gear, but there's a bunch of rift clusters most of the time. So I like to grab those. And then jump over the poison. Come over here. This has a chance for an all mace as well, which is another 100 grand. Did not get one, but it's not worth reloading for. And this is just junk. And this is potentially rift crystals, but mostly skulls. Surprisingly, no skulls.
Combat needn't be grueling. Party needs adjusting.
Wake stones are nice. Now, I could rift crystal out, and I'll normally do that unless I am running the, trying to get the experience. And which case, you know, it's actually a really short run back this way. But, gotta go get the first moonbeam gem. And I know I don't need it, but the way I figure is that I don't need the discipline rings, but since I'm going to be leveling up in this area using throw blasts until I get strong enough, then I might as well get the moonbeam gems, because there's no real reason not to. Because to reset the area enough to make it worthwhile, getting more weapons, more items, more loot, you'd have to rest at an inn for 7 days. And then you can come back and get all the loot. But it actually takes longer to rest for 7 days than it does to start a new game and or start over the story progression and go beat that Cyclops real quick. I mean, it takes roughly the same amount of time, and you get the non respawning items that way, like the moonbeam gems and the sculptures. And until you do any of the main story progress, there's really no reason not to. One of the nice things about always getting the moonbeam gem is you get 25 throw blasts right here, and so you don't even have to worry about spending all your money on them, because it only takes about 25 throw blasts per run. And that works even if you do the resting at the inn for 7 days, because they'll still come back. Now, I could come down here I don't normally do this, but there are several chests that are not guarded by enemies. I almost never come down here. But, like I said, there's no enemies, so they're completely unguarded. More loot. My character started to be encumbered, so stamina's not lasting so long. Now, you can kill that guy with about 10, 12 throw blasts. And it's pretty easy to line up the shots. He's a pretty big target. And he's actually worth a lot of experience on hard mode, but the goblins, when you can't kill the goblins without throwing a bomb at them, it gets a little annoying. It's not worth it quite yet. Alright, so this is another one of those rings of perseverance. So now I get 2. So that's double experience. But, you know, this is the end of the run, so I'm going to save and quit the title and do it again. Oh, except I messed up. I messed up, and so now I get to waste a little bit of time. Alright, before I do that, I gotta go to options, go down to hard mode, switch it to normal. And then save and exit. Now, the armor that you get from the DLCs, that I mean, I sell all of it at the beginning, and because I don't really want to wear any of it, some of it's pretty good, but you can buy it back at the, I need to push that, you can buy it back at the Black Cat merchant. You can also get multiple copies if you want to deck out all your pawns in them. I'm sure watching me mess up on the menu is not very entertaining. So this dragon fight at the beginning, you can fight him for a couple minutes. You know, you can't ever do any damage and stuff. But honestly, it's just a waste of time. You can't skip the cutscene. And the quickest way out of it is just to run straight into the fire. Now, since my builds said that I needed to start 1 to 10 as a mage, and then go from 11 to 48 as a fighter, what I did instead of spending my discipline points to get the fighter class was I got to level 10 as a mage, and then went to hard mode and started as a fighter, so that I saved the 1,000 discipline points, which, you know, is really tiny, but, you know, free stuff. So I'm gonna grab my Pawn's Iron Sword now, because it's slightly better, and I think the All Mace still sucks. It's a great sword, but it sucks all your stamina away.
As you will. What can I do you for? Take care now.
I only wish I had more to offer.
And what I like to do is come in here and sell all of the gear I just got, because I don't care about this stuff. And I mean, I could let it pile up, but you know, why do I need all this rusted stuff?
I only wish you always.
I hope I'm at least a little bit entertaining. I've never done a live stream before, so I mean, I know I only got you as a viewer, but it's a start, right? Now, saving that guy is one of the recommended quests to do, even in speedrunning, but... or not speedrunning, but, minimal quests, just for his shop later on. But, since we're not ever going to get that point, and fighting goblins with a sword is not necessarily the quickest. Oh yeah?
Can you hear our voice?
That's kind of neat. Since I'm on YouTube at the moment, I'm not sure if that's gonna be the case for me. I just hope that it... I only have 18 throw blasts. I thought I got 25 from that thing. That's weird.
What will it be to have your pick? Come again?
Wow. Were you playing Dragon's Dogma or something else? I was looking at all the Twitch streams, and it seemed like every single one of them only had like 1, maybe 2 viewers. Like, it wasn't like the other games I've seen. Well, that's cool. I was just thinking that people didn't like watching this game. It's a great game. You know, it's one of my favorites. goblins. They made me use up all my supply.
We can have your pick. What will it be today?
So I have this all mace.
What will it be today? Have your pick. Come on.
Great. I can use it. I'm not low enough level to cause the stamina drain. Well, you are actually really fun to watch because you have this fairness about your combat. I mean, all the shield work, and I mean, I really like watching your shield work. I can't do that. I barely know how to block normally. Granted, I haven't played a Mystic Knight for 100 and some odd levels, but I don't know. I tend to focus on finding all the little bits and tricks that I can do, like these throw blasts and shooting a zombie dragon with a maker's arrow, that sort of stuff. And yeah, it gets kind of cheesy and whatever, but it's still my favorite game. Rogues are really fun to play. So my current plan is this is going to be a all-out magic archer character with extremely high defenses. And I want to eventually get to the point where I can tank every single hit in the game that isn't an insta-kill like Death's Scythe. But it should be interesting. I'm not going to do a significant amount of damage with the character because of that reason. But because I'm going to be the most overpowered character class in the game, I think it'll even out. At least that was my thought process. I mean, I could go with the Mystic Knight and just do the absolute ultimate defense, but this just seemed more fun. At least from a pure numbers point of view. So before I sleep tonight, I need to go in here and resupply. I did not buy enough, so we're gonna buy the throw blast, and it turns out she sells infinite amounts, so I can actually get 320 based on the number of gold I have right now. But really, let's just get I don't know. 50 sounds like a good number.
I only wish you're always welcome.
Well, Madeline.
I actually have found out that some of the strongest weapons in the game are actually the starting or rusted weapons. It doesn't sound like it, but the Sorcerer's Staff has over 600 magic on Gold Dragonforge, and the very quick shooty ball attack, the light attack from the Sorcerer, inflicts Toper on enemies when it's leveled up like that. And so you can base your entire character around the rusted weapons in the game because they'll inflict status effects with every hit. they'll also do poison.
You. Then you. I have died. You have my. You. I would take.
And then of course you can get the
I
augments
ask
to
you.
increase the chances as well. And you can set up your pawns to just wreck
Were it
things like
possible.
that. But yeah, like the starting daggers, I think, have an attack of like 4.
Heed these words, all who enter this place. Do not listen. Just because one foot is stronger than the other, and neither makes the blood. Keep swinging.
So there's a bunch of chests in this room, but they don't have any gear that I actually like to get. Up top there's a mask, a bandit mask, and it has this weird grin on it, and I don't like the look of it, and its stats are kind of subpar, and for the most part, until I get later, I run naked. This isn't working. Alright, so let's go ahead and assign this to the down button. Yeah, I got wrecked in that battle. Which hell are you talking about? What I just did? I didn't die. I came close several times. I don't know what the ambrosial meat does. I've never actually had any of it before. Alright, so that guy got stuck. Oh, yeah. The rusted sword. I might try it later. Like, having a something that inflicts the status all the time sounds like a good thing, and the damage isn't even very weak. Because I mean, like, this all mace is something that you get shortly before the Everfall, right? And it's only got an attack of 161 and 244, and the rusted thing is over 600. crazy thing about all of these throw blasts and stuff is I am on hard mode, and they're just destroying everything, and it's not based on stats. I don't want stilettos. Damn it.
Where's her holster for her sword?
I don't know. She's magic.
Okay, I can see that.
It's even worse when she has a the silk lingerie and it's a thong and there's like no place for the sword.
What greater curse than immortality?
Hello. How are you doing?
Someone's... Now, will you have a look? Wouldn't it be? Wouldn't it be? No dying.
Alright, so as a status update, we're going through Bitter Black Island. We got here on level 10. Nothing but a rusted sword. Currently have an owl mace instead, and we're just going around trying to level up real quick.
None of it matters now. None of it. Pray, leave me to sleep in peace.
Side earrings. You know, I have enough of these. I'll just... Yeah, my damage is way too low, and I don't feel like using another one on this thing. Go away. Alright, these guys can go away. And level 20. Awesome. Okay. Oh, crap. Alright, so where is this guy? Huh. There he is. I just didn't spawn him before. That was weird. I've never had it separate like that before. Good enough. Yeah, that was really weird. Like, normally when you go into the room and you open the chest, they'll all spawn at once, but I guess I just didn't give it enough time or something before I left. If I come back this way... Okay. Alright, this is always a good spot to save, just because.
I can bear to see no more death. Only I grow so very tired.
Okay, so he's down. Gotta remember these sculptures. Alright, so... Let's see. I think I might be able to... Nope, not yet. Maybe you'll actually get it this time. Hopefully my little playthrough hasn't been too boring for you. Yeah, like, you really kind of have to just kill them all at once and not let them run away, because that's just bull. I've noticed that the bait kind of works that way too, where if you die, then it goes away. Whereas if you survived, it'll just stick around longer. Well, that's good. I'd like to think that I'm at least doing something different than normal.
My beloved, I had hoped to leave this life held in your strong arms. Farewell.
So this is the best spot for to stand right there. At least in my experience, because you know what? I don't want this guy around. Where is that gargoyle? There he is. He's coming! Oh wait, no, he got stuck. There's you. Hey, I see him. Well, that's just dumb. It's like he got stuck over there. Alright. I'll bite. Let's do this. Got him. I hate that sorcerer without having a bow. Oh, of course. You know, I can actually do it right now if you want. Let's see. How do we do this? I think it's this one. Create party. And then I invite you. Invite. Okay. Alright. And go over and get the void key. Wait for the fireball. Grab the novelty 3. Got the fireball.
What forgotten paradise! What
And get out of here.
endless diversion! The darkness, the stench of blood. We stand at the very mouth of hell itself.
Alright, sounds good. Stupid skulls. Okay. Now I already got 2 of these weapons, so I don't know.
So to give you a heads up, future reference, as far as party goes,
Yeah.
I have about 400 people on my friends list. So if it's a public party ever, you might have a lot of random people join, and I'll play with most of them.
Well, it's up to you. I mean, we don't have to make it a public party.
No, I always make mine private, but it's just to give you a heads up that if you ever send me a party invite and it's public, you might have a lot of people on my friends list join.
Alright, well, how do we switch it? Good, good.
That's
So are you,
no, you didn't. Was it?
are you, playing now?
Kind of. I'm at the main menu. I'm about to step out. Your stream didn't bore me. The whole aspect of everything that you were doing
Yeah?
was weird. I never thought about that.
Well, hopefully you learned a little bit from it.
Like, you were one-shotting so much shit that takes me a minute to kill with a fucking throw blast.
And, like, I had a rusted sword. Ain't that crazy?
And that room with the chest, like, I've seen the gates. I've been getting skeleton keys from there, and I'm going, okay, what the fuck do I have use of these for? And then you're just like, I'm gonna open up this door, and I never even fucking knew that was there, and you're just casually opening it. What the hell?
Well, I do know a lot about this game.
Yeah, you did say you played God knows how much hours on it.
And, you know, like, you've probably played more than I have, but I'm like that with every game. Like, I do lots of research, and, like, I test things out, and I just go overboard all the time. Like, as much as I've played this, like, you don't even want to know how much I've researched it, like, reading the wiki and stuff. Like, I spent the last 2 days crafting a build and not even touching the game. Just on a stat planner.
Yeah, I figured I'd give you a heads up about the times I was getting those views, because people like different shit. So what you were doing, you know, some people might actually really get a kick out of that. And that was about the time where I got the most views. So people might eat your shit up.
I figured that, you know, like, there's an audience for the type of stuff I'm doing. I've never thought to live stream before. I mean, I've thought about it, I've just never done it.
I do it, but I didn't do it as much until I got this game.
I like this game. This game is a really fun game. I'm actually
like
gonna kill this
Rainbow
Cyclops
Six Siege,
now.
You know, I was... What?
So, do you still have my stream up, or?
Nah, I have to watch it with the PlayStation, so it's shut down.
Ah. Yeah, I should put
I gotta
your stream
borrow
up too,
computers
so.
and shit. I mean, I got a computer down here, but it won't connect. And I tried it for about an hour, and I said, fuck it, I just ain't gonna do it. But one of these days, I can just get somebody else's laptop and use that.
So right now, I'm killing the Cyclops on Bitter Black Island with the throw blast.
The first time you said you can kill that Cyclops, the first one, with the throw blast, I was like, that fucking Cyclops is a lot of health. And then I remembered which one you're talking about. I was like, yeah, that's not too bad.
Well, even the one in Bitter Black, the first one on Bitter Black, he went down really quickly. Like, I just finished him off, and I wasn't fighting him for more than 25 seconds. I used about 7 or 8 throw blasts just now. I wasn't counting. But it wasn't very much, and the last throw I took off almost an entire life bar because I hit his eye.
I like to make the game as difficult for me as I possibly can. That's why I won't do New Game Plus.
I have a tendency to break
Now,
things.
will you have a look? I'll see you don't regret it. Wouldn't it be then?
I don't know if you've noticed.
Hey, to each their own. A friend of mine a while back, whenever Skyrim was not first out, but it wasn't too long after.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I knew how to fucking make a god character. It wasn't difficult.
Oh
And
yeah.
friend goes,
Skyrim.
oh, yeah, well,
I broke
It is-
Skyrim like crazy, and then I said I'm never gonna glitch this type of stuff.
and then now, like with the PlayStation 4, you can do mods that you can get a ring that you can work to do, but they're just like, yeah, fuck that. Here's a ring that does the exact same thing. Like, well, fuck.
On Skyrim with mods, I like to make the game harder.
That's what I was doing.
Like
I wanted
anything
Frostfall,
that feels
and then
too
they
cheaty
fucking did
is
their shit.
yeah, anything that feels too cheaty is just not allowed. Like
The only cheating that I
rooms and
really do
stuff.
is right off the bat, I can go up to some chests. I don't want to wait until fucking 90 in Conjuration to get a fucking bow. That's dumb as shit to me. So,
No, you don't have to do that. There is a tower on the map where you can go and get a conjured bow spell. And you could do that right at the beginning on level 1. And if you know where that is, it takes just a couple minutes in game to get to.
yeah, but it still takes all that magic though, don't it?
It's actually doable. So going and getting a cheated copy of the spell, it's something I would never do because I know where pretty much everything is.
Well, I mean, I played Skyrim like back on the PlayStation 3. Of course, there was places I haven't found, but I put so much fucking time into Skyrim. My second character was like a level fucking 80 Dark Elf, and then
I think on
that was
Skyrim
just-
I've started over 1,000 times.
yeah.
Like it's crazy.
So for how much time I put into it, I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna walk up to this chest and get a conjuration bow that costs half of the magic, and I'm happy with that.
Hey, to each their own, right?
hmm
I mean,
Like I'm all for not cheating because I don't cheat, but there are some things where it's like I put so much fucking time and effort into this game, I deserve it.
like right now I'm playing this new character, and even though I'm, you know, deleted my old save file and I was pretty high level with the end gear loot and stuff, hundreds of thousands of rift crystals, I'm not exactly missing them.
Yes,
I like the beginning of the game.
you could do the whole from another sky and get all the RC from it, but you don't really need it.
I think my favorite part of these games is the character build-up, the progression, the beginning of the game, getting stronger. Once I actually attain my brokenness godhood, it gets boring and I don't want to play anymore. It's the build-up that I enjoy.
That's why you'll see me start this game over and not do New Game Plus, because I don't want to fucking run through everything.
Well, I don't mind exploiting the game and doing every little bit I can to achieve power. It's more of it's more that I like the progression more than the goal.
I like the progression and the challenge.
Challenge, like, I'm a big Dark Souls fan, so, you know, if this was just a numbers game and not skill-based in any way, it would get boring really fast. But the fact that the combat's actually interactive and, you know, partially skill-based, it's just, it appeals to me quite a lot.
I need to actually buy Dark Souls again at some point.
Well, I first got it on the PS3, and then I got it on the Xbox 360, and then I stopped playing it for a long time when I got Dark Souls 2. And then I got Dark Souls 2 on the PlayStation 4. And then Dark Souls 3 came out. And then I was couch hopping a little bit, so I didn't have access to my games. And the people I was staying with had Dark Souls on the Xbox 360. And so I was playing on that a lot. And then I got Dark Souls on Steam. And honestly, if they make a port on PS4, I'm probably going to get it there too. I really like that game.
I didn't. I put a lot of time into Dark Souls 2, and not really in 3 because it wasn't my game. But I don't know if they brought Dark Souls 1 onto PS4, I might buy it. I'm not one of those diehard Dark Souls fans, but I do like the game.
I've probably put the most hours into Dark Souls 2. But I like the map layout best on Dark Souls 1. And Dark Souls 3 just... I like the game, but it's... I feel like something changed. And not necessarily in the best way, if that makes sense. I know a lot of people would disagree. But
I didn't play Dark Souls 1, so I don't know how they changed it from 1 to 2. But from 2 to 3, yeah, it was just, that alone was a major change.
Like, I don't know. I like all of them, but I play the first and second one the most. Like, I just recently got all the DLCs for Dark Souls 3, but I have yet to actually even load the game since I got the DLCs, so...
As you will.
And it's been months.
Dark Souls 3 seems to be the only difficult one.
What was that?
The hidden boss in Dark Souls 3, you gotta do the fucking dragon statue things.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that the other day.
Boss in the whole thing. Yeah. I mean, I got cheated out of all the other bosses. Like, you know, there'd be one hit and they fucking do some attack where somehow they hit me with it. Other than that, they were pretty easy.
Yeah. I get you.
Dark Souls 2 bosses were a bitch.
I like to go on to Dark Souls 2 and on the remastered one that's on PS4 and rush and get the oh, I don't even remember what it's called, but it prevents you from gaining any souls. So once you get that, you can put it on and then never get any more souls until you take it off. And then I'll just see how far I can get on the lowest level I can possibly do. And the ring gets put in the merchant's inventory when you get to 30,000 soul memory. So you can't do it before that, but I've gotten to him at 25,000, so I can put on the ring at the lowest soul memory possible. And
I actually want to go back and play Dark Souls.
What was that?
I've been wanting to go back and play Dark Souls. Play it a while.
I really like it, but I haven't played it in a little while. I have just been... What have I been playing? I've been playing a lot of different things. I got sucked into Fallout 4 for a long time. And then I got this PC game that's really cool. It's called RimWorld. Have you ever heard of it?
I've never heard of it. If it's a PC game, probably not.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a colony simulator, and it's kind of like Dwarf Fortress mixed with Sims, and it's just really interesting. And they have a high level of detail into the, like, just all sorts of stuff. But at some point you should look it up. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, what did you say it was called?
RimWorld?
I can't play because I have a PC.
Yeah. It's a really interesting game. Lower level graphics, kind of like Prison Architect, but, you know, just, it's a good game. It's not like Dragon's Dogma, though. It's much more slow paced, and you can pause the game and fast forward time. But I played that for a little while, and then went back to Fallout, and then got this game. I don't have any throw blasts on me. I messed up. I have to fight the Cyclops without throw blasts. Whatever shall I do? Okay, I died. I know you say you like to play this as a challenge, but I sort of ruined the challenge on most aspects. I'm not as good of a fighter as you are.
I kind of been thinking about putting that passive back on to make perfect blocks easier for fighter. Probably that little bit of extra damage I don't care about.
What will it be today? Have your pick. Come again.
Like, I like to play on hard mode here, but unless I build my characters right and use every advantage I can get, they just destroy me.
Yeah, I'd imagine for there.
Especially early on when I don't have any weapons or armor.
Yeah, I wouldn't go there first until I actually get my shit up a bit.
Well, I just died to the first Cyclops. And, you know, I was fighting him with an all mace. Just, I'm not very good at using the fighter. Especially when I haven't unlocked any of my skills.
I still wish that the fighter would get clairvoyance instead of the assassin getting it.
I forgot what clairvoyance does.
A parry.
Oh, right. Does the fighter not have any?
Nope.
Oh.
Just the assassin.
Well, the warrior has one as well. I know you didn't really like playing with him.
I fucking hated the warrior so much.
Yeah. Turns out warrior's not in my build at all this time around. Because I'm focusing more on balanced defense. My end build is gonna have 500 strength and 500 magic, and then over 500 magic defense and like 311 normal defense, and close to 4,000 hit points. on level 200. And I could have pushed that higher. I could have, made myself have like 600 attack and 600 magic. But I'm never going to get to the point where I make a build and get to 200 and then play the class I want, because I'm always going to probably stop playing before then. So making a magic archer build that's perfect where you never play as a magic archer just seems pointless.
Yeah.
So
that's why somebody I play with, he was like, yeah, I'm going to make this build. I was like, I fucking don't care about that. I'm going to get to it eventually. I want to sit there and play a class and get tired of it.
Right. So this build, it is min-maxed, but it's balanced stats all the way up to 200. But at the 100 mark, I'm playing nothing but Magic Archer, which was the goal. And because I'm focused on defense, I'm able to play the Magic Archer and still get the highest stats possible, because Magic Archer gets the most defense past level 100. Well, magic defense, anyway.
Okay. I was going to say, wait a second. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh. Yeah, Magic Archer past level 100 gets 2 magic defense, which is higher than any other class past level 100. And it just works because they get balanced health and stamina, they get an attack point, they get a magic attack point, and they get the magic defense. And maybe I'm not getting 300 maybe I'm not getting 3 attack per level as, say an assassin past 100, but my goal was not to have the highest attack possible, but I gave myself a number and I said, I want 500 of each stat. And I was able to do that and still play the class that I wanted to play. Which, I think that's more important than not playing and having fun. So, best of both worlds. And I get to try out this super defensive build that I've been wanting to do.
You have my use. I would.
There's people out there like, if you do that, you say you don't spend that much, people's gonna eat that shit up. Everybody's got their own fucking group for something.
Yeah. The way I figure it is that this game is honestly, it's hard to really mess up your build. Almost everything gets overpowered at the end anyway. So why not try something unorthodox like an extremely high defensive build? Because, if your defenses are high and everything is broken anyway regardless, then it's not like I'm going to really be losing out on stat points or something.
That's why I want to focus on a build, is because I'm going to get to it. I'm not going to sit there and focus on something when halfway through the game I'm pretty much already there.
Right? It's like, oh, well, I'm bored, let's do something else. Yay, that was such a good use of time.
Well, that's why I'm already starting to get bored of this game, because the only challenge I really have is to kill death and fucking Damien. Then of course the occasional bullshit with the fire dragon.
Yeah. Like, I started leveling up like crazy on level, what was it, 47? Because I started killing the zombie dragon over and over and over. And he's supposed to be one of the hardest enemies on Bitter Black. And
that fucking fire dragon is harder than that damn thing.
still, you know, like, it just, if that's what you're gonna level up on, I don't know. It just got me thinking, like, I mean, there's people who level up to 200 really quickly by killing death over and over. And he's pretty much the hardest enemy in the game. And if you get to the point where the hardest enemy in the game is easy enough to level up off of, where's the challenge anymore? What do you do after that? Huh?
I said, where's the point of playing?
It would be different if there was like an online aspect, a PvP thing, but the fact that most of these maxed out level people have leveled up on the hardest enemies in the game, like the Dragon, you know, most people who get up really high keep grinding that thing. And I've seen videos where they just annihilate it. And they do that to level up, and it's... What's that?
I said, I forgot that thing existed. I need to go to that at some point.
Oh, yeah. And you got two versions of it, the online one and the offline one.
I thought there was only an online one.
If you go into the options, you can change your online status to offline. And the Dragon handles that differently. The online one is harder. It's sort of like a contest. He shares a health pool, so everybody fights him, and it's a buildup of damage. The offline one you could just kill outright.
The hell do you get from it?
Like 30 wake stones each kill. You get a lot of stuff. And every time you kill the Dragon, well, actually, I'm thinking of Gregory. I thought that he dragon forged everything, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. It might just be a high chance. I myself tend to start over before I ever get that far. Bitter Black is nice because I can challenge myself and go to it early on. Most people recommend that you don't go to Bitter Black until like over level 60. And like I'm always going to it like super early.
If I can't actually kill nothing with the sword or whatever I'm using, I won't thunder.
Well, I don't necessarily have a problem killing things.
Yes, fucking throwing that dude over your shoulder, over the fucking
None
wall.
of it
Yeah.
matters now. None of it.
Oh, did you like that, huh?
Leave me to sleep.
I was cracking up the entire time.
Were ya?
I mean, because I've always killed them pretty quick, so I never thought about picking them up and throwing them over a wall.
It turns out that instead of using like a throw blast or waiting for them to stagger so that I could throw them, there's barrels in that hallway you can just pick up, throw at them, and... Oh, he just killed me. You can throw a barrel at them and that'll stagger them, and then you can pick it up. So, what I'm doing right now is I'm leveling up as a fighter because the fighter gets 4 points of defense. I don't like playing as a fighter. I also don't like playing as a warrior, but I really don't like playing as a fighter. And like, I'm trying to get the levels out of the way now because I need less experience for it. You know, I would hate to have to do the fighter levels really high up.
Of course, I like fighter. It's probably one of my favorite classes. Actually, it probably is my favorite class.
What's that?
I think fighter is actually my favorite class.
Is it?
Dragon's mod is cheap though, because you can stun like everything.
Well, I haven't played around with a lot of the fighter skills. Mostly the ones that are in the tutorial. So,
I think Dragon's mod is the last skill you get.
well, it turns out that when I just threw that last guy off the cliff, I got to rank 8, so I got one more rank of fighter to do.
Yeah, you can get the basic version of it. I didn't touch it until it was fully upgraded.
So another little tactic that I'm not sure if you know about is you can pick enemies up and then throw them at other enemies and it will actually damage them.
I'll do it with my pawn from time to time.
Oh, throw a pawn at them?
Fucking hate my pawn.
So I don't really like having pawns in my party. I like going solo mostly, but I am all for training up my pawns so that I can have it rented out.
That's kind of at this point, if you see me calling my pawn, it's either because I need a mage to kill some fucking annoying ass spirits, or to see if they brought anything back.
Like, I
I'm
think...
actually gonna go play Siege. I can't fucking play this right now, I'm too bored.
Are you? What were you playing?
I'm about to go play Rainbow Six Siege. I'm on Dragon's Dogma right now.
Oh. Okay. That's a shooting game, right?
Yeah.
Like, I've never played it. I don't know much about it.
You go in with a gun, you aim and shoot.
I figured. Is it kind of like Call of Duty and whatnot?
Kind of, except it's not as stupid.
Not as stupid. I didn't say it. Don't get mad at me. He's actually playing Call of Duty right now.
I can't stand it. I haven't touched Ghost.
I played Black Ops 2 when it first came out, but
That one was actually pretty good.
I like the zombie mode.
Which, if I ever bought World War II, it would be only for that.
I'm just
Like, I've already told a few people, I said, if you ever see me on World War II, do not send me invites for multiplayer.
I'm just not into the
Camping?
the arena type games, just in general. You know, like
I do like RPGs
League of
better.
Legends and stuff falls into that category as well.
Yeah, I can't stand those kinds of games.
Like, I like the games where there's large permanent character progression. Playing a game where you just have a gun and you go out and shoot people and you die over and over, that just doesn't appeal to me.
Oh, well, luckily, the whole objective is to not die.
Right? I mean, yeah, they try not to die, but you got like these arena things. Oh, it's a 3-on-3 battle. It's a 5-on-5, and it's just like some are better than others, but I like a good RPG.
They don't really have that many good ones on PlayStation 3, which is the only reason why I'm not really playing them.
I agree. Like, Skyrim is great and all, but, you know, like, there's a lot of stuff in it that just is starting to get dated.
Yeah.
Like, the combat system is compare it to Dark Souls. Like, there's stuff in Skyrim that just feels very clunky compared to some of these newer games that are out that are focused more on combat and less on freedom of the open world. And I love Skyrim, I really do. But it's not my go-to RPG anymore.
I do kind of wish, keeping the combat how it is, that Dragon's Dogma was a bit more like Skyrim, more open.
Oh yeah, yeah, like, the combat is definitely the best part of this game. I agree. And then if the world was a little bit bigger.
Yeah. I mean, sure, it takes a while to walk from Grand Soren to that fucking Blue Moon Tower. You know, it does take a while to get there, but there really isn't shit along the way.
Yep.
I don't know, like more towns and stuff like that to actually go to, and more shops, you know, actual different gear.
I think that, like, having a massively multiplayer game with the combat style of Dragon's Dogma would be amazing. And then having, like, an open world.
In Japan, they got one.
Yeah, but I'm not 100% sure that that's actually what... I mean, I haven't looked into it that much, but I'm not sure that they did it the way that we wanted it to, you know? Like, these game creators, they're limited by technical hardware and stuff, and game code, and just... Like, I haven't found a massively multiplayer...
I have to cut you off real quick.
Sorry.
I forgot they made an update to this game to where whenever I start a round, it switches me back over to game chat, so that entire thing you just said, I didn't hear a single word of it.
Oh, well, that's okay. I was rambling.
I
Basically,
forgot about
I
that
was.
change. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, basically, I was just saying that the any company that makes a massively multiplayer game tends to follow the same pattern, and I'm not entirely sure that that's what we want in this type of game. And I'm not sure that Dragon's Dogma Online didn't follow that pattern. I haven't done the research, but
I think I kind of did. I think what it really is Dragon's Dogma, but more people instead of cons. That's the way they made it seem.
really,
They made it sound like it's the exact same thing, just with more people, you know, and a little bit harder to take shit down because there's more people. I don't remember exactly, but it didn't sound like a major change except for being online.
well, I looked into it a little bit, but you know, it was hard to tell because it wasn't English translated or anything. So,
There's a Japanese guy. This is how I found out about it. There's a Japanese guy that does Japanese games in English and English games in Japanese, but I can't remember his name. Yeah, there's a Japanese guy out there that does that.
well, that's kind of neat. I just wish that they actually had the intention of porting it, even if it was just to the UK. But, you know, no such luck.
You fucking asshole. Oh, that was just a lucky placement.
So when I was first shown Dragon's Dogma, I was skeptical. I didn't exactly like the look of it at first. It was like my cousin was playing a Strider at the beginning, and he was shooting arrows like crazy, doing the threefold shot type thing, and it was going really quick, and there was no arrows, and I was like, what do you mean you have no ammo? And I had just gotten done playing with Dark Souls and Skyrim. But then I actually started to play it myself, and this game is just really good. But, what was my point? I forgot my point. I guess I didn't.
First time I played it, I didn't give it much of a thought, because I rented it, and the guy was like, so what'd you think of it? It's alright. And then I bought it. Got really fucking into it.
Yeah. Like,
so kind of like you know, at first I didn't give it much thought.
I just had half of my health bar taken out by one bat.
Those bats can get annoying.
Yeah, he hit me really hard. Let's see. What other RPGs do I have on the PlayStation 4? Fallout 4, obviously. Recently, I picked up Disgaea 5. And
Heard of it, but that's about it.
I got really into it. I didn't beat the last post-game boss, but I did a lot of I had almost done everything in the game. It was just kind of grindy, and I got distracted with a game called Underworld, or not Underworld, Undertale. That's gotten really popular.
I never heard of that either. Is that a PlayStation game?
It's multi-platform. It's really it's different. It's not like a three-dimensional game like this. It's a very unorthodox RPG. And I really like it. I really like it a lot, actually. I highly recommend it. You should look it up on like a review or something. But like I said, I highly recommend it. You can go through the entire game without killing anything.
That's hard for me to do. Cause I'll get about a quarter way through, and I gotta kill something.
It turns out that there's multiple endings based on the choices you make.
There's quite a few games like that.
Well, keep in mind, I just said you could go through the whole game without killing anything, and that alters how the endings is. Anyway, it's a good game. It's a little tiny thing. Let's see. I got the Final Fantasy X remastered thing a while back, but mostly from nostalgia because of the PlayStation 2 days.
I really only played one Final Fantasy, and that's 14.
I've never played any of the Final Fantasies past 10. 10 was the last one I did.
14 is MMO.
Isn't that the one that has the subscription still?
Mm-hmm.
Someone. Now, will you have a look? I'll see you don't regret. What'll it be?
Like, I can't afford a subscription game.
I'll do it once a month, and then I won't play it for a month or two.
What'll it be? Now.
My problem is that these games that I buy that are not subscription based, I'll like not play them for long periods of time. So like getting a subscription, just I have no guarantee that I'm going to play it for more than a couple days. If that makes sense.
No, it does. There's been times where I paid for a month for Final Fantasy 14 and only played it for like a day and a half and just never went back to it.
So, like a couple years ago, I got a game on Steam called Elite Dangerous. It's a space sim. And I got into it. My Steam account says I have over 100 hours on it. And I always wanted to play it with this old man I used to take care of. And recently, last couple months or so, it's come out on PlayStation 4. And I found it at GameStop. So I went and I got it, brought it home, installed the thing, and then I didn't play it for 2 days because I went and played Fallout 4. And then I loaded it up when I got bored. And I played through the first 2 tutorial missions, turned the game off, and then I haven't touched it since. And, you know, it's been weeks. And that's something I tend to do more often than I probably should.
That's what I've been doing with a lot of PlayStation 4 games.
Yeah, I have a lot of games that I get because of I've played them before and I know I like them, but then I never actually play them again.
I would have bought a Lex. The PlayStation said it won't be out until December 31st, and then all of a sudden it was out in fucking October something.
Alex? I don't know what that is.
Yeah. I don't know too much about it, but on paper, it's RPG, swords, guns, magic, shields, stuff like that. So, I mean, that's pretty much all I know.
Yeah. Do you know of a way on PS4 to increase the volume of your headset? No, you're okay. It's a little low. I'm sorry, what was that? Okay. Your team is bad? Yeah, that sucks. And of course you have to play with them, otherwise you forfeit. Yeah. Can't have that. Okay. I found the volume. I can now hear you.
It's too loud.
Well,
that's why I don't fuck with it anymore.
It's not your microphone that was too quiet. It was my headset. Because I got it just the other day. I think when I first saw your stream was when I bought the thing. I haven't really used it since then.
I definitely need to get a new one at some point. This thing's a piece of shit.
I have a really nice Turtle Beach headset that I got for an Xbox that'll plug into my computer and stuff. And then I got an adapter for it so that I could hook it up to my PlayStation. And it's really nice, but it has this cord that plugs into the controller from the thing that plugs into the system, and when I moved, I lost that cord, and so it doesn't work. And so I recently bought a standard PS4 headset from Walmart that only plugs into the controller.
What can I do you for?
And so that's what I'm using
That's
now.
what this one does.
And honestly, it seems to be quite enough.
I can't can't hear out of my right side. And a helpful piece of shit.
I now have 4 rings of perseverance.
As you will. What can I do? Take care now.
Yeah, I really don't need this many. But, you know, 2 for me, 2 for my pawn.
I only wish I had more to offer. I only wish I had more.
Oh. Excuse me. Huh.
I only wish I... You're always well.
Well... Shoot. Currently level 27.
That man, not... Why don't you...
Add the... Mate, I only wish I...
I think... I wanna... head to Grand Soren now, I think.
I only wish...
Now I gotta carry this fucking dumbass team.
Of course you do. Probably the best one on it.
Yeah, actually.
So the only arena game that I actually have enjoyed in the past was a game called Rocket League.
What is it?
Well, it's a, you know...
Race cars.
Yeah. Except with rocket-powered cars. Kind of like RC cars. I thought it was kind of cool. I can't play it more than a couple matches at a time, though. And I'm not very good at it.
Oh, that's... See how long it takes for my fucking teammate to die.
Well, good luck. Alright.
We can have your pick. Can you? What will it be today?
let's see. Getting my core skills is probably a good idea. And let's see, I can get sinew now. That'll work for now. Vehemence. I could grab aggression. That might help.
About time I made my fucking teammates pick this shit up. Making me do all the goddamn work.
Yeah. Alright, Mr. Master Fighter, what's your favorite sword skills?
Fuck. You might have to read them off to me because my memory isn't that great.
Burst strike,
there's
broad
one
cut,
word.
down thrust,
Broad
test
cut.
toss,
Uh,
compass slash, skyward slash, flesh skewer, hindsight slash, and stone will.
I don't use stone will. I do broad cut, sometimes flesh skewer, or what was the other one? Compass slash. So either one of those two. And when you get it, you Dragon's Maw.
Alright, so compass
Every
slash
now and
becomes
then,
full moon slash?
very rarely. Whatever the upgraded version is.
Yeah.
Everything upgraded. So I don't I don't know what it does. I'll be damned if I remember the fucking skill names.
Yeah. Hindsight slash sounds interesting. Ducks backwards before charging in to deliver a slashing blow. Using it as an evasive maneuver.
It's kind of worth using. The only problem that I have with it is I won't be too far away and I'll evade with it and come in for an attack and launch right past him, so I quit using it. I mean, you might have better luck than me, but it is a good skill to have as long as you don't miss the fucking whatever it is you're trying to hit.
Daylight savings today.
Is it?
Fuck, dude, I thought it was like 4 in the morning. It's only 2:40.
Daylight savings today, I'm told.
You don't pay attention to that, so I never do that.
Yeah, I didn't know about it either.
Fucking crazy. So I just did the dishes, love.
Flesh skewer. Thrust the blade into a target's body, pinning them in place while raining further blows upon them.
What, bitch?
Soul skewer. Why not? Let's try it. What about shield attacks?
Up.
Perfect defense sounds good. Guard against all manner of attacks, no matter the properties of the shield in use. Huh.
I don't use it, but that doesn't mean it's a bad skill.
I don't really know. I'm not
what
planning
I
on
usually
staying a
use is-
fighter.
I love that damn class. I'll use the Sheltered Spike, Shield Storm. So if they're blocking, I can break their block. And if you run a Rogue Pond,
Yeah.
then I say Springboard. But just for that third one, for the shits and giggles, I'll run Symbol Attack, Symbol Bash, whatever the hell it is.
Unleash a barrage of strikes using the shield. You said sheltered spike.
Yeah.
Stabbing attacks while maintaining the user's guard. Oh, okay, that sounds cool.
If you get a ring, there's a ring that will, you can stab faster and a lot more strikes. I mean, it's a major difference.
Huh. I think I'm gonna save
I
the
want to
rest
save
of
mine
my
also.
skills.
The damage, I'm not sure.
What will it be? Have your pick. Any you like. Come again soon.
Alright, look, I turned this shit around and they were fucking winning. And I got this fucking AFK teammate who cost us the win. I love it.
Of course.
I may not go around and break games in RPGs, but I'll be fucking competitive all day. Fucking dumbass teammates. I can't stand this shit. What's wrong with this?
Yeah, like, I'm either usually really good at it or frustrated.
The beast comes!
Or
I
frustrated.
hit this bitch blood everywhere. Yeah, I get frustrated. I really do.
Like, it's not that I think I should be perfect right away or anything like that. It's just, if I don't see myself getting any better at it, then, like, it's hard to stay motivated.
It's cool, you know, if we have a teammate or something, but they're just like, you know, I'm not that good at the game, but I can make good callouts the way people are. That's cool. Come on out there. If you can't make callouts and you can't get a kill and you can't do the objective, why the fuck are you playing this? And we lost because the AFK.
An AFK, oh, that's just
Yeah,
so much
everybody
worse.
assumed that he was watching the objective. So he died, and nobody was in the room.
That's great.
Ah, mine. I can help.
Your pawn's name is 2?
Yes, Arisen.
What an odd name.
Never said I was creative in making names. Everybody loves the pawn though, so that's all that matters.
Well, let's see what's special about it. Debilitations kind of suck. It looks good though. It's got great augments. Pretty good gear.
Yeah, keep in mind, I haven't actually used my pawn in a while. So, everything could be better.
You're a fighter with Medikint, though.
Yeah, I went through and I changed up the
Yes,
shit.
Arisen. If you should ever need any...
Because I made her a healer for a little while. And I switched her back to fighter because I was going to use her. And I just ended up throwing her into the water.
Right.
Yes, Arisen. I am honored.
Yes, Arisen. You cannot take on any more followers without releasing one of your current companions. If you should ever need it.
Yes, Arisen.
Oh, I really need to make friends with these guys. Shoot.
Yes, Arisen. Yes, Arisen. Yes, Arisen.
Excuse me.
You cannot take on any more followers without releasing one of your current companions. I am honored to travel.
May our paths cross.
Shit, he almost wanted to. He just went up against the worst player and got cheated.
Oh, yeah?
Whole match went without kills. And won because he shot him with a shotgun.
We can safeguard
Oh, that's funny.
Any you like. What will it be today?
Alright, let's get simulation, not vigilance. I don't care about that.
Alright, so I'm not playing that fucking game with random people.
I don't blame you. I don't really play any games multiplayer anymore. I've really been thinking I wanted one, but I just have not found any that I want to play.
I do want a good MMO.
Yeah.
Something new that I can start fresh at.
I agree. But I haven't found one yet that I actually want to play.
I've only found one, and it gets boring quick.
Yeah, I mean, I've played a lot of them, but just, you know?
No, I'm limited to PlayStation 4, so I don't have a major choice of what I can.
Yeah.
As far as I know, there isn't that many on PlayStation 4.
What will it be today? Have you played?
Well, Neverwinter is a free-to-play one on the PS4. My uncle really likes that. It's not my... Yeah, like, it's kind of weird, but, I mean, it has potential. I don't know. I just haven't really been drawn into it, if that makes sense. I haven't really played it. I haven't really played it much, but I've seen other people play it. I mean, if I actually sat down and played it for a decent length of time, I might get into it, but...
Well, that could be the case for me.
Yeah. But I haven't really given it a chance. I know a lot of people who really like that one, though.
Madeline. Oh, if I... Oh, I'm... And of course, you ravish... Well, these are... And you truly... you... And with that, I trust... I must... Would you...
Excuse me. As a fighter, up until level 48, I don't really see any need past these discipline rings for the moonbeam gems.
Aha, gold. Now there's a fine treat.
So I'm doing the escort mission with this Madeline girl. And she keeps stopping everywhere, saying there's gold.
I don't like escort missions. I know which one you're talking about, but I fucking hate all of them.
So instead what I do is I pick her up and I throw her.
I thought that might mess it up, so I never did it. Well, it was gold. No, we got you over here. So I'm gonna throw you if I have to.
So what I'll do is I'll pick her up, walk a little ways. When she starts struggling really bad, I'll just throw her. And then I'll catch up to her, walk a little ways until she starts kicking really bad, and then I'll set her down because I got exhausted. Okay. My stamina really sucks right now since I started as a mage and then went fighter. It's really not going to get better until... I don't know when it's going to get better.
This may sound have you, please, will you spare some? I am so very...
So she hires me to take her somewhere and then asks for money. And it's just... women.
Man, what a slide.
Oh shit, that puts me in right too. I actually need my phone for a second.
Or are you back on Dragon's Dogma?
Yeah, I can't play that game with random fucking.
Oh, I should find you. This one. Now, can I get my stream so I can see everything? I really only need to see.
She's got what I want.
Alright. Well, I have your chat window up whenever you're actually playing, so...
Oh yeah, I forgot. I didn't actually start a stream for it yet.
Okay. Oh, I need to find the other... Where is it? Okay. So I need to save Reynard, guard duty, and then Lost and Found. Why? Gives access to Queen of later side quests and personal story. Is that even important?
What is it?
The Queen girl from Lost and Found. I don't think I need to do that. Why do I need to do that?
I don't think necessarily important. Well,
Like,
actually, I think her shit lets you talk to what's her name, that fucking witch,
Yeah.
or the witch's granddaughter. So you can get the. This is the only way I know how to get it is the King's Bay leaf and other shit.
Yeah, and I don't think I care about that. I think I really just care about certain merchants and the Everfall because
After you sell that
I'm just
mana,
running.
definitely don't get money.
Because I'm just running through it. I'm not planning on doing much. So I do want to do like the gold idol and stuff like that. But I don't think I need to do most of these quests. Definitely not doing all of them. Alright, so Lost and Found gives access to Queena's later side quests and personal story. Chasing Shadows required to finish Madeline's side quest and story. Gives access to the Gold Idol, one of the most important items in the game. Why?
Oh shit, I got a problem.
What's your problem?
I don't want to replace none of these skills, but at the same time, there's a skill I need.
Okay, so what do we got? Got Autonomy, so that's solo stuff. Sinew, Clout, Periphery, that's the shield one, right?
Gotta stay. Yeah, and I'm running Mystic Knight, so that's gotta stay. That helps keep my footing.
Ferocity is just a 10% increase with your core skills. What are you trying to replace?
Which does make a difference. I'm trying to replace it with assume less stamina while blocking. I mean, if anything, I'm thinking Ferocity's gotta go.
I'm thinking Ferocity is the least useful there. I mean, 10% is still nice, but you do have Clout and Autonomy. And Autonomy is a 20%, and Cloud is a 20%, so you're already running 40% right there.
The more damage I can do, I'll be happy with. But I also don't want to drain my stamina because I block an attack.
Yeah, I'm thinking Ferocity is... or Aggression. Aggression, you can just avoid being grabbed. You know, I mean, it's nice to be able to get out of holds, but... you know, if you stay away from their arms, you're gonna stay out of their holds anyway.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, I'm not exactly a fast character.
True, you don't have dodge roll.
I'm not gonna get out of some of the shit. And like the other thing where you open up the box and it traps you.
Yeah, so...
what I'm doing.
You know, I personally don't run Aggression unless I'm kind of low on skills. Because, I mean, I have it right now because I'm a fighter. And I haven't leveled up anything else. But...
whatever makes my day easier.
yeah.
That's why I bring it. I don't want to sit there and fight something for 20 fucking minutes trying to break it. So that's automatic's gotta stay.
Let's see, if I just want to get the stuff from the Everfall... I mean, what do I actually need any of the merchants for?
Carriers, that's really all I use them for.
I mean, do any of them have anything that I actually want?
At a low level, maybe, but once you actually get to the Everfall.
Oh,
yeah,
I already have
way
bitter black gear, so you know.
I don't see much of a reason.
Like, I already have the bitter black gear. I mean, maybe it's only an all mace, but I have weapons that I haven't purified yet, and I'm planning on continuing to go there. There's certain gear from the Everfall I want, like Dragon's Blood rings. Couple other things. But honestly, I think I just want access to the Everfall more than anything, and running through the main story quest, getting what I want, and then starting a new game, and then doing all the quests sounds better than doing most of the quests and then... Because, I mean, I want the Godsbane, too. Like, that's a really good dagger for farming in the Bitter Black. But...
I got that shit stored in my chest. I haven't even touched it.
all it does is kill you.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I know I used it once before and that was it.
Yeah, I think I think that I'm just going to skip everything. I don't really see any reason not to at the moment. Like, later, obviously, I'm gonna want to redo it, but I think I'll run through the story once now.
I cannot. Well, it try. Make use of the encounter as you.
Where are you off to?
There's somebody over there.
Oh, is that a lightning dragon?
Yeah, I'm about to not fuck with it because I don't need to.
I'm fighting the Hydra in the encampment at the moment.
We'll meet.
So that's done. What do I want to do now?
Arisen. All I choose as you will, sir.
Alright, so we're going to do... Oh, what are we going to do?
I still think it's funny how you said the undead dragon was supposed to be the most difficult one.
Is what?
You said the undead dragon was supposed to be the most difficult one.
Oh, no, just...
You are dragon. I'm just trying to remember what you said, dude. I don't know, you said the undead dragon, that's the fucking joke. That's easy compared to the fucking fire dragon.
Yeah, I haven't ever actually fought the fire drake. I was comparing him to, like, you know, Damien.
To what?
I was comparing him to Damien. So, but
I
you
still
know,
think Amy is a bitch more than that.
I don't know. I don't know. I've never fought the dragon you're fighting right now, so I haven't done any of the post-Damien stuff. But yeah. The undead dragon's the hardest enemy I've fought so far.
This dragon's pretty damn easy. Holy shit. This is insanely easy.
Alright, so I'm gonna get 3 Scather potions, 3 Challenger potions, and 4 Mitigator, I think.
Choose as you will. I am ever at your service.
Alright, and then if I use those, my pawn will have decent AI. Okay. And from here we can go and do... Actually, I want some of that spring water, don't I?
We can see. Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today?
I don't think I need more than 50.
What will it be today?
What's that?
Come again soon.
Shit.
Oh, you fell off
I
his tail
switched up
again?
No, that wasn't it. I switched up my bullshit. God damn. I switched up my bullshit, so I wasted my liquid vim and my eyedroppers. Because I forgot I don't have my healing shit. Most of my healing stuff.
Do you loot the liquid vim or do you make it?
I've been buying.
Hmm.
I'll try to find the guy in the Everfall and buy it there.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, most of the time, if I can't buy it from him, if I find it, I'll loot it.
I remember back when I played on PS3, I would make it. I think there was something about a fish and I don't remember what the other ingredients are.
This asshole glitched out on me. I'm white shadows now? What the hell?
Oh, I frickin' hate blindness. It's one of the first status ailments I protect against. Like, I think it's probably the worst one. Other than, you know, like, death. You can't frickin' see anything.
My sleep resistance at 100, so whenever I fight death, I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, but blindness, you know, like, it has this... I was fighting a bandit and they blinded me, and it lasts for frickin' ever. It needs to just go away. There it goes. You're just wailing on that thing.
Yeah, like that fire dragon, it took a while for me to be able to do this. This one ain't shit.
Alright. Doing the stupid ox escort mission. I don't have any long range attacks, so these harpies are gonna suck. Okay, so I kicked it and it is a lot faster. Okay, the test on the spring water, it does indeed heal the ox.
Yeah, sure it is. Followers. Not your followers, but your escort followers.
Yeah. So, you don't have to just use the mage thing like we were talking about.
I forgot to have one of those springs in Bitter Black.
Oh, they have several. It's in both of the warrior retreat things. The, what is it, Warrior's Retreat and then a Risen's something or other. Risen's Respite. I think that's what it was. Well, I just got hit by the cart and almost died.
Used to love Mystic Knight on PS3. Took me a while to get back into it.
The Mystic Knight?
Yeah.
Yeah. I swear, the ox is gonna kill me.
I have a tendency to do that. Is there really a Hydra here? Oh shit. I've ran through this so many fucking times. This is the first time I've ever seen a Hydra.
I don't know where the normal Hydra is. Like, I only know where that poison one is. The one you're facing now. Like, I think he's in the game before Bitter Black, but I don't remember where.
I can't remember. I know there's one. The idol quest, but that's it.
Keep watch for falling rocks.
As far as the, are you talking about here? Or are you talking about the Everfall?
Is there one in the Everfall?
Yeah, there's. I think there's one or two in the Everfall. I know there is one.
Is there one before the Everfall though?
For the idol quest. Or is the idol quest? No. I can't remember how you get to it, but the same place where you killed the Cyclops for the idol.
Huh. Yeah, I haven't done that yet. There's a lot I haven't done in this game. I mean, I know a lot about it, but there's still so much I haven't done.
It's because of these fucking harpies. I wish I actually put on whatever this guy's fucking attack is.
Oh, yeah, that up thrust thing.
Yeah.
I'm kind of feeling the same way. Because I'm fighting harpies too.
Don't stop! We're exposed here!
I don't feel like this is healing the ox anymore.
Probably ain't healing for much.
Shoot the serpent's blood that draws them? We cannot turn back. Stand strong and press onward.
Okay, so little tidbit, if you put the spring water on a hotkey, it does not work.
That's no.
Also, if you try to use multiple spring waters in the menu at the same time, it doesn't work on the thing. You have to close the menu each spring water to get the full effect. Otherwise, it doesn't do shit. So I wasted 20 some odd spring waters trying to heal this sucker.
Hey, you're doing that mission now?
Yeah. I have been for a while. It's almost over.
Stay calm. There must be roads here that will open the gates.
Oh.
There. Goblins.
The fact that it works at all, you know?
Yeah, if you could not heal that arc, that would have been off a long time ago.
Oh, like, I didn't know I could heal it for a long time. Like, every time I've gone through this, I haven't been kicking it. It goes so slow.
Keep marching.
So I brought 50 spring water and I'm almost out.
That's a hell of a way to find out it don't work.
Good. We've come
Oh,
this
he
far
walked
safe.
through a healing spell.
Stay vigilant till we're in Grand Soren's gates, men.
So now he's all full. So letting the ox hit me and then having a pawn as a mage, and then I just stand in front of the ox. That
trailer,
worked.
so that way he can actually walk into it more and get more. So my second.
They're ahead! Grand Soren is in sight! We are
I'll
nearly
take
there,
some
men.
damage,
Now
and then I'll make him
march.
fucking walk over. Trailer's in
Yeah.
front of him, and don't get completely healed and just keep doing that.
Almost there. The gates are in sight anyway. This ox is almost dead though. I swear he wants to move slower after I kick him. Wonder if that's a real thing.
Go with health
Is it?
Yep. The more health he has.
Whoa. I like that one. So I kicked the ox when I was standing in front of him. That just works so much better than spring water.
I don't think spring water really heals for that much, does it?
It's okay, but it's nothing compared to the high anodyne. I mean, one cast of the high anodyne doing the lead-in thing that we were talking about, you know, fully heals the ox.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know you had high anodyne yet. I thought you were talking about.
Oh no, I rented a pawn. I'm still a fighter.
We've arrived.
Okay, so kicking the ox made that so much more bearable.
Yeah, if you don't kick the ox and you're walking through it, you're like, oh my god, I fucking love Grand Soren.
Like,
That means that shit's finally over.
most of the time I don't even go to Grand Soren because that quest sucks so bad. Alright. Grand Soren. What am I doing? I don't think I care about much of what's going on here. Yeah, let's just go. Well, no, there's an Eternal Fairy Stone. I need to grab that. Just have that on me at all times.
No, the problem that I'm having with this fucking Bitter Black is I keep getting repeats of the same gear.
Oh yeah, like I opened up a bunch of level 2 Bitter Black weapons, and 3 in a row they were the Ranger bows, the same damn item.
Yeah, I get a lot of those. The Ranger and the Strider bows, I get a lot of those.
It was
But
ridiculous.
I'm starting to get a lot of Magic Archer bows too.
Yeah. Like, it was crazy how many I got. Oh, I remember what I need to do. I need the circlet. Okay, so I came here for armor. So I need to find the black cat. That's what's going on.
What will it be?
I get this one?
Come again.
So my chosen helmet is a ancient circlet. It protects when it's gold forged 40% on a lot of debilitations.
And unfortunately, that is the only thing from the Black Cat that is worth a shit. I never
Oh, yeah.
understood that. Why would I want to spend all that gold for a gear that doesn't matter? Except for the ancient.
Oh, yeah. And early on, you know, when you don't have access to anything else, the gloves and boots are pretty good, too. Because they heal for similar. But the ancient circlet's just so much better because I don't like wearing helmets to begin with. And then the ancient one is able to be upgraded on Bitterblack Island to gold just from that Barak guy because he sells all of the upgrade materials.
I fucking dropped my car too soon.
Well, I ran out of money. I usually have more money by now.
Yeah, ever since I sold that that monocle, I've never ran out of gold. Oh no, I take that back because I did buy a lot of stupid shit just to spend it. So disregard that.
I know how to get a lot of money really quickly. You get the Strider class up to rank 8 and get Master Thief, and then you go to Midnight Helix with the Gore Cyclops and you steal from him, and you get 4 items at a time, and then you just leave the door and come back and do it again, and you can do that over and over until your inventory's full. And each one of those 4 items sell for 20,000 each, so you know, we're talking 80,000 per theft, and you can actually get level 3 gears that way, like early on without any combat. But it's a rare thing. I'm unsure if it's worth doing, but I put on a show and then I was watching that and did that for about half an hour and ended up with 3 million.
Once I actually got to Bitterblack and I had 3 million, I still haven't even used the whole 3 million.
Well, it really just depends on what you're planning on spending. There's only so much, you know.
Yeah, that's why I still haven't had a problem with it.
So I just got a bunch of outfits. Thops Trek, Voldon, Priest Vestments, Lady Tech, and Queen's Clothing. Oh, and the Nun's Vestment. And I'm thinking about selling all of them.
I thought I had Throw Blast in here. I still got gear in my inventory that I thought about selling because I don't use it. I just haven't done it.
Yeah, I sold it.
You know what? Fuck this.
The masterworks all come again.
I thought I had Throw Blast in my inventory, but apparently I don't.
If you've mistakenly lost or sold an important item, check the curiosity shop.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that earlier. I never had to worry about it.
Well, there's a message when you
buy it
sell
back
stuff
the
like
same
that.
amount.
Well, let's take the Queen's thing. I sold it for not very much stuff, and I can now buy it for... I cannot buy it.
It might take some time for it to show back up.
Maybe, because
You just sold it.
it's not in here. Well, good thing I didn't care about it. Right? If I actually cared about it, it might be a problem.
Yeah, I haven't had that problem at all.
Well, I don't like wearing the complete outfits. I mean, they may look nice, but they only give you one set of stats, and I'd rather mix and match my pieces. Oh, I still don't have very much monies. Yeah, money's not usually a problem because of hard mode. You just get so much out of it.
Sure, you'll find all you need.
Yeah, that too.
Alright, so with the
And once again, that
ancient
monocle
stuff,
on top of that.
yeah, but you only get one of those per playthrough. Or per... Well, yeah. Per...
That's 300, what, 350?
Something like that, yeah. Early on. I mean, I spend much more than 300 all the time. Like, for a while there, I was spending 300 a run through Bitter Black because I would buy Maker's arrows, or Maker Fingers.
Yeah,
And
if
I
I
don't...
started getting to play this over, I'm gonna buy one just so I don't have to do that fucking whole process of the final fight.
And then I would go and duplicate crafting resources so that I could upgrade my weapons and stuff sooner without fighting more things. Because you can take a crafting component to the Black Cat and then duplicate it. So that's a big money sink as well.
You have my... Beyond, but I ask the ever, which is...
So, typically when I'm going to the Everfall and just trying to get past it, I'll take a Wake Stone in with me that I got from Bitter Black and just jump down the thing. And then grab the Port Stone at the bottom and then the Fairy Stone out, but I do not have a Wake Stone with me. So I'm gonna have to run this shit.
I don't know when the hell you would get it, but I got plenty enough that I can take it on real quick and send it back home.
Oh, I'm already halfway down the bottom. It's just, if you jump down it, you'll die. And if you have a Wake Stone, you can skip all the circular motion, you know?
Oh, this fuck.
Really not a big deal or anything. I just died.
More damage on this part right here.
Oh.
if I didn't need magic.
I'm pretty sure I have a wake stone. I think I'm gonna go get it.
If you're... Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today?
Oh, I have 2 wake stones.
What will it be? Have your pick.
How'd that happen?
Why am I still hearing it on me?
Each I would you have. Beyond, but since if it I ask the ever which is
I swear to God, if I see death and he's back at full health, I quit. I'm done. Fuck this game.
If that happens, what are you gonna do now?
Not play this fucking game.
Oh, you like
That'd be
this
less
game.
straw for me.
You like
Oh, no,
this
don't get me
game.
wrong, I love this game. But if fucking death is back at full health for the 3rd fucking time, I'm done.
Are you gonna start over?
Nah,
Or
I
just
quit.
quit?
Fucking find something different to play.
Oh. Alright, so jump down, use the wake stone, grab the crystal, checked out the little blue thing, and quest complete in minutes. Or seconds instead of minutes. Now I gotta do the worm hunt.
You may bring that up.
a lot like but we shall.
Excuse me. Do I care about any of this stuff? No, I really don't. I'm gonna just go do the storyline.
I beg you, the worm, those myths of late. Await, it will be mine. The choice is yours. Certainly. I've important. The task at hand is just as I was setting. I know not. So, what best? If there's. It will be mine. The choice is yours. Certainly. We have urged a horde, though we must the safety of the inn. You have my thanks. I've sent. I await.
So did you find death?
No, I went back and I went to fighter.
Ancient
Surprisingly, I have not seen him yet.
Rest like I'm sure you'll find all you need. I'm sure you'll find any time.
Normally, I would have run into him by now.
Right. Well, you can actually spawn them with bait.
The last time I tried to do that, I got 3 dogs.
At the very beginning, if you go into the main hallway and then you turn, you will either see a bunch of wolves or lizard men. If it's lizard men, it's going to be death. If it's the wolves, it's going to be the dogs.
See if I can get them this time.
And the easiest way to spawn death is if you see the wolves, you just go back out and then come back in.
I tried to do that with a few different areas, but it never changed a goddamn thing. Normally, if I see spirits, yeah, I try to go back.
The other area to fight death, he spawns a lot in the sewer passageways before Damien.
And actually, if I'm going to try to fight death, might as well go back to Strider.
Yeah?
Dude, the Helm Splitter fucks him up.
I haven't really played with Helm Splitter. I assume you jump up and stab somebody in the head.
It's like spin a damn circle or some shit.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Only problem is I don't have anything for a Strider to give my sleep resistance to 100. So like Mystic Knight or my fighter, I could just walk in while he tries to sleep and no problem.
Well, what's my sleep resistance at? I already have 45 sleep resistance just with the ancient gear unupgraded. If you switch to an ancient circlet, that'll give you 40 sleep resistance.
I think my pawn's got it. If it's not 90, I'm not gonna mess with it.
Of worth you've got.
Well, that's just one piece.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do the Dragon's Blood rings on top of that. You could do a different ring specifically for sleep. I mean, there's options.
The way I'm gonna set this class up, I don't need to worry about it.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna be quick enough to get in and out anyway.
Right, and then there, I guess, Bitter Black gear has a bunch of debilitation resistances on it. I just haven't got that high of gear yet. The armor.
So which one?
The level 3 Bitter Black armor, I've never had it. But I guess the debilitation stuff on those are really high. Ugh.
Hand over anything of worth you've got.
Can't believe it's already like 4 a.m. No wonder
Yeah,
I'm yawning.
Like last time I checked, it was 2 something.
Yeah. Same here. I just noticed. And not much of a mystery why I'm actually tired. So I think when you place the port crystals in the world, they stay there on New Game. New
what?
Game. I think when you place port crystals in the world, they stay there when you go to New Game Plus.
I have no idea. Because I go direct to the hard mode. Alright, so you said lizards. Well, so in depth, right?
Yeah. Did you find the lizards?
Yeah, I killed them all.
Okay, yeah. If you use some bait, death will spawn here.
Pretty sure you're talking about this area. I seen a video and fucking he spawned here.
That's where the
Spawned here
first
before.
Cyclops is in Bitter Black, right? Yeah. You may have to move around. Like,
Place another one just for the hell of it.
oh no, you only need one. It's a matter of where you stand, not where the bait is. So, you know, like going to the entrances and stuff. Huh.
Probably waiting to come back with fucking full health and then some. Asshole. Still pissed off about that.
Yeah. And now he's just not even spawning with the bait. You placed 2 of them down, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like, he should be around the fountain, not down these hallways.
No, I'm gonna leave and come back. Because I should have plenty enough that 3 is not gonna hurt me. I'm missing any. Not that I have a whole lot, but I can spare it.
Yeah. And, you know, you could always take those baits to the Black Cat and make more.
Definitely got the money for it. And he has not spawned in yet. Nothing has. It's been like this every time I place down bait lately. Nothing spawns in.
Huh.
I think it's all terrified.
Like, whenever I place it, it usually happens instantly, so that's weird. I haven't tried to spawn death, though, so... I wonder if he has a special... trigger.
You button.
Yeah. I usually spawn the zombie dragon and midnight helix.
The past couple times that I've tried to place down bait, I haven't gotten nothing. Maybe this fucking save is bugged out or something.
Well, man, you have
maybe
my goal. A slate you bet, but my fault.
Oh, time is it? Holy shit! It is almost 4. So does that bait always stay, or does it eventually go away?
It eventually goes away. When I summon the zombie dragons, I'll kill one, and then I'll leave and come back, and another one will be there, and I'll kill that, and I'll leave and I'll come back, and I'll kill the third one, and then when I leave and come back, it'll have gone away by then. So I haven't ever gotten 4.
So we got nothing to spawn in. I forgot to change up some of my skills anyway. Are you fighting a dog?
Me? No.
Yeah.
No,
I thought I heard a growl.
I coughed.
No, I thought I heard a growl of a hellhound.
No, I was
Maybe
on the pause menu.
Something will be here.
Maybe.
I still can't believe nothing spawned in.
Yeah, that was really weird. Like, death should have been there with the lizards. I mean, maybe it changes post-Damien, but I didn't think that was the case.
Son of a bitch.
I think I might actually go to bed. So
yeah, I'm probably just gonna stay up because I should be leaving before 10 a.m. But I was also supposed to leave Saturday, so I don't know what's going on.
yeah. How long are you gonna be gone?
No idea.
Well,
week
it's
at
a
the least.
hunting trip, right? A week. Wow. That should be interesting.
Yeah.
Do you know what you're hunting?
Should be. No, just deer.
Deer?
I'll try to get a turkey or something.
Oh, okay.
Nothing major. It's more out to go out and see my mom. I haven't seen her in, what, a year and a half?
Ah. Yeah, I get you.